Important note, this video is not financial advice. Always do your own research before making any investment decision. Past performance does not guarantee future results. Here's your market briefing from Rumour with AI. Crypto markets are waking up with distinct momentum, led by Uniswap. The decentralized exchange token Uni surged 3.7%, outpacing the broader CoinDesk 20 index. It is not alone in its ascent. Bittenzer, the decentralized machine learning network, joined the rally, posting a solid 2.1% gain. This coordinated move suggests renewed institutional appetite for infrastructure plays within the digital asset space. Meanwhile, the equity markets are bracing for a heavy earnings calendar that will test corporate resilience against macroeconomic headwinds. Advanced Drainage Systems is set to report its fourth quarter results on Thursday. Analysts are forecasting earnings per share of 95 cents. The real story here lies in margin dynamics. Investors are closely watching how the integration of the NDS acquisition is impacting profitability. Infrastructure spending headwinds remain a persistent concern for the sector. In related news, the luxury retail sector faces its own tariff challenges. Ralph Lauren reports its fourth quarter fiscal 2026 results later this week. Shares currently trade at a forward price-to-earnings multiple of 19.1x. The market is scrutinizing the balance between brand power and the rising cost of goods sold. Direct-to-consumer momentum will be the key metric to watch. If DTC growth stalls, the tariff impact could weigh heavily on guidance. On the macro front, uncertainty is spreading to emerging markets. Sri Lanka's central bank governor Nandala Weerasinghe issued a stark warning. He cited oil shocks in the Middle East as the primary driver for unreliable economic projections beyond 3 months in 2026. This admission highlights the fragility of global supply chains and the difficulty of forecasting in a volatile geopolitical environment. Looking ahead to today's release, the FOMC minutes drop at 1800 hours Universal Time Coordinated. This high-impact event will provide critical clues on the Federal Reserve's next moves. Markets will dissect every word for hints on rate cuts or holds. Simultaneously, Asian markets are preparing for a barrage of data. Japan's balance of trade is due at 2350 Universal Time Coordinated. The forecast calls for a deficit of 150.0 billion yen, a sharp reversal from the previous 667 billion yen surplus. A wider deficit could pressure the yen. In Europe, the S&P Global Manufacturing PMI flash is expected at 7:30 Universal Time Coordinated. The forecast stands at 51.6, up slightly from the previous 51.4. This suggests manufacturing is holding steady, but barely. Services PMI in the UK is also in focus, with forecasts at 51.7 against a previous 52.7. A drop here would signal cooling demand. Finally, a significant shift in the crypto treasury space. Tether has acquired SoftBank's stake in 21 Capital. This move signals deep conviction in the Bitcoin treasury strategy. Shares of 21 Capital jumped 5.6% in pre-market trading. It is a clear vote of confidence in the long-term viability of corporate Bitcoin holdings. That's your market briefing. Follow Rumour with AI for daily market intelligence.